Okay, today we are going to learn how to design a basic floor plan, a very simple floor plan using Revit.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are. So we'll click on new. This template file, we have to change it to what? Architectural template. It's a new project we are working on, so we'll click on OK. Now here is the environment. If you look at your left panel, what you see is level 1, level 2, and the rest. So before we begin, let me show you what we are working on. So as I said, we are learning the basic floor plan. Let's use this as a reference. If you notice, this is the entrance. It has a visitor's toilet outside. Then it has the entrance door that leads to the lobby. So to your left, we have the sitting room. To your right, we have the dining. To your right, we also have the kitchen. The kitchen has a door that leads to the balcony, the kitchen veranda. Now back, we have the same lobby that leads to the first room, which is the main master. Room 1 has its own WC. Room 2 and room 3 are sharing one WC, the water closet. So this is it. Now let's begin. Back to Revit. So before we begin, the first thing you have to do is what? Your unit of measurement. What's your unit of measurements? Some persons prefer to design using feet. Some prefer to design using millimeters. Some prefer to design with meters. But as an architect, we prefer, or I prefer, to design with what? Millimeter. So the first place we have to go, let's click on south. I'll click on south elevation. You'll see this is 0, this is 10. I'm sure this is on feet. So we'll go to what? Manage tab. When you click on the manage tab, you'll see project units. Click on project units. Then right here, the length, we are changing this feet and fractions to what? Millimeters. Click on OK. Click on OK. Automatically you see it changes. Now precisely I want to change this to 3000 instead of 3048.0. So we'll change it to 3000. So now let's go back to what? The level 1. This place is entirely empty. So let's design the floor plan. So when we click on wall, before we start designing our floor plan, ensure you check the property of that wall. This is the property panel. You click on it and you see that it's giving us basic wall generic 8 inches. If you click on 8 inches, you are seeing that the size, the width of the block is 203.2. that is too large. So since it's a bungalow, we can use a 6 inches block. Some persons even prefer to use 5 inches, but let's work with 6 inches. So if you click on edit, you see that the width is 152.4. Ensure you change it and precisely let it be 150 millimeter, which is what? 6 inches. And you click on OK. So we are ready to begin with our design. Remember, this is what we are working on. This is it. So let's go. The first thing, let's work on the entrance. Do not worry about the dimension yet. I'm talking about the measurements. Don't worry, later on you can adjust it. Revit is different from AutoCAD. So Revit, it's smooth. So this is the entrance. Let's assume this is the lobby. This is the dining. This is the visitors' toilet. This is the kitchen veranda, the balcony. Let's assume this is the kitchen. This is the WC. So now let's draw the sitting room. Do not worry about the dimension, just space it. You cancel this, let's delete it. Can repeat command and go to wall. Now it's a 3-bedroom, remember? So we can click on this wall and extend it, drag it and join with this one, then repeat wall, divide it, okay. So let's refer back to the floor plan we are working on. 1 room, 2 room, 3 room, toilets. The toilets has a water closet, This is the sitting room, kitchen. So let's go. 1 room, 2 room, 3 room. This is the WC, the kitchen, the sitting room, the dining, the lobby, and the kitchen. The visitors' toilet. And this is the entrance. Now we have successfully designed a floor plan. But now let's have the dimension set. So, but before you start setting up your dimension, I want you to pay a close detail. If you click on any wall at all, it automatically shows you the dimension of the wall. But pay attention, look at where it's indicating. This is the center line, and this is also the center line. It is supposed to be from the inner wall to the inner wall. Now let me explain. If you click on dimension, this dimension aligned, what is it showing? Ensure you change this place from wall center line to wall faces. So you can click here and click the face of this wall to get the dimension. You click on the face of this wall to the face of this wall to get this dimension. And in this sample, we have our dimension to be from here to here. We have 4,000 millimeter. So let's go back. So if we click on this wall, you cannot click on this and change it to what? 4,000 millimeter. Don't worry, it became smaller. It's all good. So what about from here to here? What is the dimension? Come here. From here to here, we have a dimension of 4,200 millimeter. So go back, click on this, and click on this wall to what? 4,200 millimeter. So back, the next wall we have 3,000. That's the width. So go back here. We have, you click on this wall. Don't click on this one because you already have the dimension of here to here. So when you click on this, you change it to what? 3,000 millimeter. Then from here to here, what is the dimension? Click on dimension here to here. You can click on it, click on this wall, so you can change this to what? 4,000. Change it to what? 4,000. Do not worry, let not your heart be troubled. Now we have these 3-room set. So what's next? We have the dimension from here to here to be 2,100 from here to here. And one of the easiest way to do it, instead of always adding dimension to it, let's click on what? Let's go to the manage tab and go to additional setting and change this temporal dimension to what? Faces. I'll click on OK. So that when you click on it, what do you see next? This very dimension is now on the face of each block, on the face of each wall. Before, let me undo so you see it. Before, the dimension was what? From the center of the block, center. But when you go back to what? The manage tab and go to additional what? Setting, you come to temporal dimension and change it to what? The face was temporal dimension measurement from what? The faces instead of what? Center line. So you change it. If you click on this one now, it's now on the face of the wall. So we can click on this and change it to what? What was that dimension? 2,100. So we can change it to what? 2,100 and click on enter. This wall aligns with this wall. So what is the width? The width is 2,500. So you can change this to 2,500. And right here, we have 2,100. And right here we have what? 2,000. Make it 2,500. Okay. Now we've gotten this 3-room and the WC. Now what is the width of the what? The kitchen. So the width of the kitchen from here to here is what? 4,000. Now, what about the sitting room? Let's make the width 5,000. You can click on dimension, inner wall to inner wall. Click on the wall and make it what? 5,000. So I want the width of the lobby to be 1,550. But first, what is the dimension of this room? Now, for example, if you click on the dimension of the room and it's not accurate, instead of doing everything all over again, you can just align this entire wall. Highlight this entire wall. Click on move. Click like you want to move it, but don't move yet. But how many do you need? You need 150 to add to 2,850 to make it what? 3,000. So let's add 150. So we have this. $4,000. So everything is back to normal. You can just click on this and drag it forward. So the width of this WC, we need it to be 1,500. We can also extend that so it can be the same width with what? The kitchen balcony. I want the dining to be 3,000, so I can click on it, make it 3,000. So automatically the size of the kitchen became 4,650. It increased. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Then what about the length of the dining? I want it to be about 2,700. So I can just click on 2,700 and OK. I can delete it and extend this wall. The veranda and the WC, the visitor's toilet, I want the dimension to be 1,800. Talking about the length, 1,800. That's like 6 feet. So now we have everything set. So to be sure, let's align dimension. So the WC, the weight is what? 1,500. The dining, 2,700. So 100. $4,000. Yes. and the sitting room is 6,850. So we have been able to successfully design a basic floor plan. Now let's add doors to it. Then when we are done with the doors, we add windows to it. So where do we do this? You go to the architecture panel, you see doors. As you click on doors, it shows you their default doors available. We have the single flush, so you can click on the single flush, and yes, our door. Move the mouse to the wall. If you're not satisfied with the direction of the door, you can click on your space key to change the direction, and here you are. So same thing goes with this. The kitchen, we want the door to be here, but if you're not satisfied with the direction of the door, click on your space key, it changes direction, and you click on it. So the door to the veranda, the kitchen veranda, here you go. So what else? As for the visitor's toilet, we need the toilet door, so we are going to use the 30 by 80 or 30 by 84. I prefer to use the 30 by 84. When you click on it, I want a situation where this main master should have its own, should be able to access this bathroom all by itself. No other room should have access to this bathroom. So what do? We'll add the door to be inside, to be accessed from the inside. Why this very one? We can make the door to be accessed from the lobby. Okay, here you go. Meaning whoever is in this room should access these toilets and bathroom from the lobby, and whoever is also in this room should be able to access it too. Yeah, that is it. Then what's next? Let's add a door to it. Now we'll click on door. I'm not satisfied with these doors that are available, so we can load some doors. Load family. Go to doors, click on open. We have various default doors which are available, so whichever one you prefer. So for me, I prefer to use the double flush panel. So you click on it. Now it's asking you what is the dimension of the door, what is the length, what is the height. Later you can make adjustments to it, but for now I'm going to take the 1727.2 width by 2133.6 height. So if I click on it, it loads automatically. So I can come here, but it's just too wide. So what I'll do is I'll click on edit. Let me duplicate the door and call it entrance door. Entrance door. I'll click on OK. I want the width to be about 1300. Then the height should be about 2100. And you click on OK. Now here you go. I want a situation where here will be an arc. So I can click on what? There are many ways to do it. We can decide to cut this wall. The modify panel, then we'll click on what? Split elements. Split elements. I can click on this now and drag to whichever position that I prefer. So let's work with dimension. So I'll click on what? Dimension. So I want a situation where from this wall to this place should be about, let's say, 1500. Then here, dimension should be about same 1500. Then this should also be an arc. You go to the modify panel, click on split elements, and split this wall into half. Then here, or 300 rather, let's make it 300. Let's delete it. Delete the dimension. So we need some doors. This time we need the toilet doors. If you're not satisfied with the direction of the door, you click on what? Space. And there you go. So that is it. We have been able to successfully design a basic floor plan. So what we have here is what? The entrance, veranda. This is the door that leads to the back to the lobby. Here's the sitting room. Here's the dining. Here's the kitchen. The kitchen has its door. It also have a door that leads to what? Its veranda. Then we have the lobby that leads to this first room, second room, the third room, and here it's their water closet. So let's name it so we'll know what we have designed. So you click on what? The text, and name this room room 1. But hold on, the size of the text is really big, so you can click on this and change it to 3/32 area. So we have that. Room 1. You can go again, click on text, change it to 3/32. Room 2. Room 2. Room 3. this sitting room. The kitchen. The dining. This is the entrance. This is the lobby area. The hallway. This is WC. WC and WC. So what is the width? So let's place our windows. So you come to the window panel, architectural panel, you see window. The size of the window I'll prefer to use is 36 by 72. Let's click on the edit type. The glass, the height should be about 1800. While the width should be 900. So we can decide to place our window here. Centralize. 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 Same here. 2000. Can decide to give so the size of kitchen window should be 1200 by 1200. So we have to change this zero window here. Let's look for window casement. Click on 48 by 60. Let's see its property. So what we are having here is the width is 1002 by 1005. So we'll have to duplicate and call it what's kitchen window. Change its width to 1200. Then the height should also be changed to 1200 or 1005, whichever one you prefer. I prefer 1002. We click on OK. Let it be centralized. So we have that now. Go back to window. What about the toilet windows? We click on it. Let's use 24 by 24. Don't worry, we'll attend to that. 1 2 3. So okay, click on this move, ensure you take it to 0 because we want a situation where the window will have to flush with the wall. Let it what? Flush with the wall. Same here. Let it flush with the wall. Now we are done. I hope we are able to learn the basic. This is just a basic tutorial on how to design a floor plan. It's a very simple floor plan. So if you want to see the elevation, if you want us to work on the elevation, kindly click on like and kindly subscribe to our channel. Thanks for your time. We'll see you on the next tutorial. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.